everyone, welcome back to the series. In this episode, we're going to talk about everything that trustees do. If you want to learn the basics about the different kinds of trustees, you can check out episode 1. The role of the trustee is to be responsible for the daily operations of the trust. They ensure the investment and safekeeping of the assets, make distributions to beneficiaries, prepare and pay taxes, as well as other duties I'll talk about. As mentioned earlier, I am an administrative trustee in Delaware. Delaware trusts generally include a defined set of administrative trustee duties. The trustee is responsible for understanding the terms of the trust and carrying out the defined duties established in the trust. In addition, they must ensure that other fiduciaries, such as trust advisors and protectors, are carrying out their responsibilities. The trustee has to keep accurate records and attend to the day-to-day administration of the trust. For example, if a beneficiary communicates with the trustee via email or telephone, the trustee must document the communication and take any actions necessary to respond. The trustee also has to account for the trust's assets. Maintaining account records such as investment activity reports is essential. They may also be responsible for accounting separately as to which assets are income and which are principal. If a beneficiary makes a request, the trustee is responsible for reviewing and responding within a reasonable time frame. They must also ensure all records of distributions, whether they're approved or denied, are kept for future reference. Open and regular communications with all parties named in the trust, as well as other professionals, such as financial consultants and investment managers, are also required. A trustee also keeps in touch with lawyers and accountants regarding the legal and accounting aspects of the trusts. For example, some trusts require annual tax returns to be prepared. The trustee will work with the accounting firm to ensure all tax documents are received in order for the return to be completed. A trustee is required to send annual notifications, usually in the form of a statement, to all beneficiaries, trustees, protectors, trust advisors, and anyone else named in the trust. This notification will include the asset activity and market value of the trust for the period being reported. As mentioned a few times before, I am an individual Delaware trustee. I do not accept investment authority on trusts. I am also often directed as to distributions to beneficiaries. The flexibility that Delaware trust statutes provide allows flexibility for the grantor to have someone other than the trustee manage investments and discretionary distributions. Simply put, a grantor may choose a person or people who have responsibility over investments and distributions other than the trustee. A trustee with full discretion over investments and discretionary distributions will be responsible for choosing investment managers and making discretionary distributions. Professional, corporate, and individual trustees are generally qualified to make sensible investment choices. They're also very qualified to make prudent decisions as to discretionary distributions. But if a grantor wants to continue with investments that a prudent trustee would have difficulty justifying due to their duty as trustee, the grantor has the option to name an investment direction advisor to fill the role. We spoke about investment discretion advisors in episode 2. So, here's an example. Imagine a trust funded with an operating business. If a trustee has investment discretion over the business, it makes them the owner of the business with a duty to manage it in a way the trustee approves of. The amount of time and effort a professional trustee would need to manage a business is generally not practical. For discretionary distributions, a grantor may want to choose someone who knows the beneficiaries and their needs better than the trustee and is comfortable with having that person make discretionary distribution decisions. So in this example, perhaps the grantor could appoint the co-owner or manager of that operating business, or someone else who is involved closely in the business who they trust. A professional corporate trustee often has to consider discretionary distributions through a committee. It can take a lot of time for them to respond to a request. This can create issues when a request needs to be approved quickly to pay a bill or provide personal services to a beneficiary in need. So to recap, a trustee has a lot of responsibilities. They're responsible for the day-to-day operations of the trust and for protecting and distributing the assets and investments. They're also responsible for many administrative duties, and they need to keep up active communication with everyone involved. In our next episode, we'll be talking about the people who received benefits from a trust, the beneficiaries, who they are, and the rights they have. If you have a question about anything you've seen here, let us know. You can comment on this video or email us at trust@piniondelaware.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on social media and see new videos as soon as they're released. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.